Don't see investment as just money. Your mental knowledge, your intellectual knowledge, your social leverage, all those things, they play a role to your investment. Businesses are not just solved or begotten or created through ideas. They are also created through people can make decisions under pressure. Some people believe in savings as investment. They'll save their money and they say I've invested. If you leave your money in the bank, you are losing it to inflation. How much will you make? But look at investment from knowledge, from relationship, and with money. These three things. An investment, if you are in your 20, 30, going to your 40s. Some relationships are investment. They may not speak today, but they will speak tomorrow. Don't say this who I am, or this how I am, or this what I was. Learn to build capacity and evolve. Your life is 100 years. Don't lock it in one thing and say this is who I am for the rest of your life. The beauty of life is to unlock what is within you. So investment should never be seen as buying and selling alone. That is the hustling level. You need to look at it on a bigger front. Investment is also about connecting. If you are in one corner, that's not it. Learn to talk to people. Leadership is not about position or title. Like I've become a this, I am a this. It's not about power and it's not about revenge. Some people, all they want to do to get power is to revenge somebody.
You mentioned investment, you mentioned leadership. I want us to touch on those two a bit in terms of investment.
We just shared something about what I just talked about. Handling business in a way where you need to understand partnership, social leverage, collaboration, partnership. And not to say that the hotel is just running anyhow. It's one of the top-notch hotel, first class, everything. He's doing it to the best of his. They still have shares. But you have used that business to also build another business. So when it comes to investment, don't see investment as just money. Your mental knowledge, your intellectual knowledge, your social leverage, all those things, they play a role to your investment. True investment compounds. What you are doing 2 years ago or 1 year ago, 5 years ago, it didn't go down the drain. It has compounded. So don't see investment limited to just money. See investment as something that compounds. Your skills can compound. Your relationships can compound. Your ideas. Businesses are not just solved or begotten or created through ideas. They are also created through people can make decisions under pressure. How do you develop the human capital, your resilience, your philosophy, your perspective? They are all part of your investment. So when you're talking of investment, you need to understand assets. There are certain assets that can appreciate. So you need to understand capital allocation and portfolios you want to put in your money that can reach the next level. Some people believe in savings as investment. They'll save their money and they say I have investment. So I think it's just the perspective and the culture around it. If you leave your money in the bank, you are losing it to inflation. How much would you make? So rather find a sector. Don't avoid the risks. Have calculated risks or reduce the risks and invest wisely. Some investment will give you 30%, some 60%, some 100%. But look at investment from knowledge, from relationship, and with money. These three things. If you only look at investment from knowledge alone, you don't do the other two, you'll be limited. If you look at it from money, you invest in the wrong spaces. So relationship plays a huge role. An investment, if you're in your 20, 30, going to your 40, some relationships are investments. They may not speak today, but they will speak tomorrow. Some places you invest. Right now, you have started this podcast or some other ventures you have. If I put in some money, it might be too small, but maybe in the next 10 years, it will compound. Elon Musk had PayPal. He had 11.7% shares in PayPal. In 2002 or 2003, he sold the company. His 11% shares was worth $180 million when he liquidated it. Do you know that if he didn't liquidate those shares, that 11.7% shares in 2025, 2026, it would have been valued at $23 billion. That's still not bad. He would have been a billionaire, but of course, not number one. Not even maybe number 10, but he would have been a billionaire. But because he knew that in the next 20 years, or 30 years, he knew exactly where to put that money for it to multiply. He liquidated it. So his first business was more of like a vehicle, so he can get to the next. Today, he's worth over $749 billion US. So some people, they are not capable of taking that risk, and they are not ready to see that what they are doing now is a vehicle to their next level. Yes. Look at an evolution. Don't say this who I am, or this how I am, or this what I was. Learn to build capacity and evolve. Look at our, what's the name? The agric minister, the deputy. He was once upon a time an actor. Then he realized he wants to make an impact. He wants to affect the nation. He's now into agric. Then he got into agric minister, and he's affecting. So your life is 100 years. Don't lock it in one thing and say this is who I am for the rest of your life. The beauty of life is to unlock what is within you. So investment in the sense that think of the bigger picture. Think on what can compound. If some of you subscribe to my mentorship and master classes, I'll teach on something on financial compound, which has actually made people millionaires. What makes people profitable or business or millionaires is not the sector, it's the financial frameworks they employ. If you understand the financial frameworks, you can rise above. So investment should never be seen as buying and selling alone. That is the hustling level. You need to look at it on a bigger front, different aspects, continental level. Why do you think businessmen go for programs? They come and attend podcasts. They are there. It all comes back. Remember one major footballer, they put a certain can on his table in an interview or something. He removed it. Yeah. And immediately the shares went down. That's the level of your presence, your value, your voice. Right now, I'm not mentioning certain companies' name. Why? Because one word I say right now, I'm telling you, money will move. Money is going to move. People are taking decisions on this podcast. They might not call me. They might not call you. So why should I only promote those companies? Where do I get an exchange? Right? Yes, it's business. One statement you make can shift an entire decision, whether in the forex market or whichever market. What I'm saying about Ghana, you don't think more people are going to come to Ghana or more money is going to come. More money is going to come in the country. So we should understand all this is investment. Don't look at investment like the money in your pocket or the one you have in your bank account. No. Somebody can have an idea. I did it in my Instagram account. I did a video today. You shot that video, right? Last year.
Yes, please.
About ideas. There are 3 people in church. One has an idea. One is always sewing in the church. One is a prayer warrior. One is cleaning the church. The guy cleaning the church has the capacity of operations. The one who has money has inherited it. And the one who is praying because of revelation, they be ayame until he's seeing things. If these 3 people became friends, they can do a business. Am I right? So investment is also about connecting. If you are in one corner, that's not it. Learn to talk to people. As you are here, and evaluation. Sometimes you are looking at what you want to get. You've forgotten of what you have. You've not evaluated and assessed what you really have, your connection, your resource and your commodities and whatever you have, your tools that you can turn into something big. Maybe there's a contact in your phone. You knew him as a broke guy. Call him every year. You never know. Maybe now he's sitting on $3 million. You have the guy when Charlie is and the voice changes. You know when people make money, their voice changes. Not the accent, their voice, their tone. Poverty is loud. People like shouting. It's all the desperation, the frustration and things. People who have money, they are more organized. They're like, they'll tell you, Raygan, why are you shouting? Yeah. I can hear you. Things are good. It's like right now I'm holding like some $5 million. We are just looking at where we think I'm involved. Then you ask the guy, where did you do it? Say, it's not too necessary, Raygan. But back then, Charlie, this. When you make money, a lot of things changes. So you must evolve too. Don't say these are your friends from SSS. And why is this guy changing? He should change for who? He should change for the better. You also change for the better. Somebody is trying to move forward in life. Somebody wants to bring him down. Mm-hmm. I have people in the university, when they see me, they even think I've forgotten about them. They say, I don't know whether they remembered me, but we used to be in school together. And I'm thinking that, I'm not like 50 years old. But the guy himself can see that the rate at which this man is moving, by now maybe he has brainwashed everybody. He has deleted his memory. Yeah. You sure? And I don't do that. I don't try to ignore people I do not know or something like that. Or the people, I'll give you the audience. You have to respect people. But respect their greatness in people. Respect their evolution. Jesus said to Peter, thou I read, but thou shalt become. Thou shalt become. And there are people too, no matter who you become, they don't want to respect you. The Raygan they know 5 years ago is the Raygan they want to keep in their mind. True or false?
True.
Some people don't want to even respect a president of a nation because of where they knew that president, that when we were in secondary school, this guy maybe used to sell Gary and beans. I can never respect this man or respect this woman. Why? Because they knew your mother used to sell. In India, the current prime minister used to be a tea seller at the train station. Today, he's managing $1 trillion economy. Tea seller. So what are you saying? So because he used to sell tea at the train station, you don't want to respect them. They will arrest you. They'll jail you right now. So in life, growth demands understanding our evolution and respecting ourselves accordingly. That's the beauty of life.
Leadership.
Same thing. I think how I spoke about the investment also connects to the leadership. Yeah, I didn't limit it to money. And I have a reason why I don't limit things to money in the way I answer stuff. So that we look at the broader perspective of money. I was with Strive Masiyiwa, one of Zimbabwe's billionaires. He's worth over $2 billion. When we met this many years ago, he said, Prakash, let's have a handshake. And we are snapping a picture without a handshake. He said, no, let's have a handshake. So that when people see this picture, they'll know me and you, we are doing business. It will give you a better audience and a better respect. He's a multi-billionaire. Why is he interested in a picture and a handshake? Because he knows that is also a leverage. And he's Christian, of course. Trav Masiwa always acknowledges God and how God has led him and fought his battles and how he's more of a steward. He's affected a lot of youth people's life. But look at the mindset in a picture. Me coming to this podcast today, your podcast has got into another level. It's business. Yes. Your presence, your voice, your statement. That's why as you get into leadership, you must become more responsible. Who to endorse, who not to endorse. Because if you go and endorse the wrong person and he goes and messes things up, it's a lot of problem. So leadership has got to do with responsibility, accountability, vision, and the future. Leadership is not about position or title. Like, I've become a this, I am a this. It's not about power, and it's not about revenge. Some people, all they want to do to get power is to revenge somebody. Power should not be abused. Power should be used for the national agenda, for a bigger picture. So leadership is about leading and influencing. And a leader should not become your ceiling. He should become your foundation. Leadership should be about foundation, in the sense that you give people the opportunity to bring out the best out of them. Becoming a leader does not mean you shut the voices of others. Becoming a leader means you unlock the voices of others. So that's the kind of leadership we are talking about.